Join me today as I discuss why you got to stop wearing sandals when you're in the gym working out, especially on chest day. USAID, the water flow is being shut off, and why we need to have blockchain for cryptocurrencies if our country needs to send money to anywhere else outside the United States. Stick around. You just might learn something. Run DMC in the house. Welcome to the Eric T Conversation. I'm Eric T. So stop wearing sandals into the gym, young people. Stop it. Stop walking around with your shoes off and your socks around the gym floor. I don't think you get it. You drop a 45-pound plate on that toe, it's gone. That nail is gone. And the chances of it coming back normal are very, very slim. Everybody is walking around with no shoes on. I don't know when this started. I mean, people wearing Crocs in there, so they take them off. For some odd reason, it's more comfortable lifting weights with your shoes off. I get it. If you're squatting, it's a whole balance thing. People like to hold foot on the ground. You take your shoes off. And they just saw from Arnold Schwarzenegger in Pumping Iron because that's where he was doing it. And then people see a video online. They're like, oh, I'm going to go barefoot too because I saw a video of somebody doing it. Oh, I'm going to wear pajama pants too to the gym because I saw this influencer wearing pajama pants and I think it's cool. Oh, I'm going to wear a blue Croc and a pink Croc on my foot when I go to the gym because I saw an influencer do that. Stop it. You look insane when you're at the gym. You go to the gym, you lift weights, work out, and then F off. That's all you do. You're not there to hang out, show your socks, walk around with no shoes on. It's getting to the point where I just want to like roll a dumbbell right on your toe. I just want to roll one on your foot so you learn a lesson. And then it's going to hurt. And you're going to be like, what the? I'm like, well, should have had shoes on, man. Should have had shoes on. This whole barefoot and socks out, that's a no-go on the gym floor. So all the young people, do me a favor. Stop looking at what the influencers doing because they're doing it to look cool and they're getting videos of themselves. Put your damn shoes on when you're inside the gym. It is unnecessary to be having any sandals, any slip-off shoes when you're working out, especially when you're doing chest. So please, stop. Anyway, that's my observation of the day. Now for the conversation. USAID is big in the news. Huge. Right now, everything's going completely berserk. And Doge, that I talked about the other day, is finding out millions and millions of dollars that they are funneling to whatever organizations in other countries for whatever reason. Because it's not the policy of the United States to doing what they're doing. And the left are going crazy. They're sitting out there protesting that these 6 young men are going through their books and auditing them basically and finding wasteful spending that we have no reason or rhyme why it's being sent there. We don't know. We don't know that we were sending $8 billion to Politico. That's a news organization. Why is the United States sending money to Politico? And the funny thing is once we stop that spigot of water funding going out, they couldn't make their payroll. Sounds really strange, doesn't it? We're sending money to the BBC. Okay, the BBC, they said it's only 8%, but it was a tune of millions of dollars we're sending to the British broadcast company for what? I mean, why are we sending these places money? I'll tell you why. Because they're propagating information that they want to put out against whoever they want to. And that's not freedom of the press. That's manipulation. And it's happening big time. So what's going on is you got the protesters out there. So the left is all protest. You got Senator Schumer out there, Cortez out there, AOC's out there protesting. And all the people are just chanting, oh, we got to stop this. This is an invasion. That they're going through secret documents. Why are they going through secret documents? There should be absolutely nothing secret when it comes to our tax dollars. Zero. We should all know exactly where all this money is going and why it's going there. And why are they screaming so loud? They don't know what to do with themselves. It's like you got them backed into a corner and they're just carrying on like crazy people, like lunatics, because they don't want us to find out what we finally found out. It's all exposed. The house of cards is crushing down. and the people are protesting. It's funny. The people are protesting in D.C. till it got to about 25 degrees and they all went home. So it's only good to protest when it's about 40, 45 degrees and he drops below 30 and everybody's gone. Yeah, so you're really passionate about that cause right there. It's so obvious. And then you have Senator Elizabeth Warren. She just filed paperwork and got a federal judge to put an injunction to stop all this investigations into the money. Why are they doing that? I'm just asking you questions. Why are they doing that? There's no rhyme or reason for them to be upset that Doge and Elon Musk has audited this money and earmarked it and said, hey, what is this? What's going to Egypt, Iraq, Sesame Street, Politico, hundreds of millions of dollars it's going out the window. I think we all have a question of where that money's going to, and they're trying to stop it. Like they're doing everything they possibly can to stop it. I don't know. You got to be careful what you say on here because then, the videos don't go. It gets flagged or something. But it's just strange. So I got to talk in code a little bit. It doesn't make any sense that all this money that we have, USAID, is funneling everywhere else. Yeah, Ben Stiller they paid Ben Stiller $5 million to get a photo op with Vladimir Zelensky. $5 million of our taxpayer dollars is going for photo ops. We know what we did. It's like we just popped the drain of the bathtub. It was full, and we popped the drain, and it's just circling the tub. It's just all that money, all that exposure is just going down the drain, and they're panicking. I mean, they have mortgages they have to pay for, right? They have those 3 houses that they pay for. These senators that make $180,000 or $200,000 a year, $174 for Congress, and they're all millionaires. All that money's drying up, and they're panicking because they're going to get exposed very shortly. It's funny, Trump exposed the media and how twisted they were on their reporting. The whole fake news thing. Now he's exposing the swamp and how the elitists are manipulating things, the media and all that. Now we know. The good thing is we've got freedom of speech with X, and now, believe it or not, Mark Zuckerberg with Meta, with Facebook and Instagram. And I've tested Instagram a little bit too. So follow me there if you want. I've tested Instagram and I put all my videos on there and nothing gets flagged, nothing gets hit, nothing gets dinged. TikTok is still doing that, but Meta is not. X, it's the Wild West out there. But thank God we have those platforms now because they're not going to suppress all this information. Imagine if we had all this suppressed before Elon Musk bought X, before Mark Zuckerberg had a change of heart because he got exposed too. You would never find out any of this information and it would just get swept under the rug. And then you'd think the whole Doge group is a bunch of lunatics, which they're not. And by the way, nobody's reporting that these guys are autistic. I posted out my video the other day. There's 6 guys, 18 to 24. Some of them are autistic. They're geniuses, actually. And they're solving all this equation. I know some people are saying, well, they're using AI. Yeah, but somebody's got to sift through that data. And you got people that are that focused, sleeping there in cots or whatever they got going on there. They're staying at night. They're working like 120 hours a week, solving these problems and exposing all this fraud. That's amazing. You can't find any articles about those guys being autistic anywhere. You can't find it. I found 3 of them. Google them. Try finding them now. You won't be able to. I still have them. If you want, I'll put it in the bottom of the comments, and you can see the link on that as well from the other day because people keep asking me if it's true, and it's absolutely true. There's a couple of articles, but you cannot find the articles about Elon Musk's Doge team being autistic. You won't find it because that blows up their narrative. They were calling these young men all kinds of names, but then when you find out these guys are on the spectrum and autistic, oh, that changes the whole game, doesn't it? You can't make fun of them now because that's what the left does. Oh, you got to be nice to everybody. Everybody's a little different. You got to treat everybody with kindness. You got blue hair, green hair, whether you're a guy, you're a girl, whatever it is, whether you're a little off, you're on the spectrum, whatever it is, you got to treat them nice, right? Wow, if they really started exposing who these gentlemen are that are solving all these banking problems that we're having with our USAID and other departments, it would blow up their narrative, but you can't find it. Can't find them anywhere. Kind of strange, all of a sudden Google suppressing that. Every time you Google something about Doge, you get like Dogecoin, the cryptocurrency. You don't get a whole lot of information on what these guys have done. So if you come across anything like that, earmark it, download it, save it, send it to your friends because the internet is wiping this stuff out. That's what they do. They're wiping it out. So it's up to us. Elon Musk says that we're the media now. It's up to us to expose some of that stuff and just keep it in the pipeline. Keep people in the know of what is going on behind the scenes. Because if we don't flag those, pass those articles out, post it on our timelines, we're never going to get the truth out of this. We got to keep the pressure on them. Keep the gas pedal pushed down because it's all getting exposed. I knew there was some corruption. I knew there was probably some money laundering going on with our U.S. government. I had no idea it was to this extreme. No idea that we're sending hundreds of millions of dollars, billions to other places, and we can't even track it. And Zelensky got $177 billion, and he's missing $100 billion of it. This is a serious problem. So hopefully we'll get another federal judge to suspend that. Senator Warren went off and found, obviously found judges that are in their pockets that will sign off on whatever they need to halt that stuff. But it's already out there. We already know those guys, they went through that stuff with a fine-tooth comb, and they just got so many organizations that we are funneling money to. So it should worry everybody. And if you're on the left and you're believing that Elon Musk is trying to take over the government, it's not what he's doing. They are spending our tax dollars for whatever the hell they want, putting it back into their pockets if they want. So here's a little tidbit for President Trump and Elon Musk. I know people have talked about it, but I'm going to lay it out. This is what we need to do. Everybody has a cell phone. So what needs to happen is every time our government decides to send money to some organization overseas or in the United States, whatever it is, everybody gets a text message. You got 1 for yes, 2 for no. If we all say no and the majority says no, that money doesn't go anywhere. If we say yes and they're going to fund that money, it has to go on the blockchain. It has to be sent with a stable coin and sent with crypto. And you know what happens? And we all get a link and we can track every dollar and where it goes. You may not know exactly what wallet it is, but you'll know it goes to Iraq, and then all of a sudden it decides to switch over to Switzerland. Okay, we'll know that happens. So that's what I think they should do. They should absolutely put everything on a blockchain and let the American people decide what money goes where. That's a simple solution. Almost everybody, pretty much everybody's got a cell phone, and they can find out if you're over 18 by your voter registration. They can get all that. You can even do it through a blockchain to vote on if you want something sent off or not. Because our representative in our, I live in Central Florida. My representative here should be representing what we sent him off to do. Okay? Not when they get there, they're like, hey, we're going to send money to this country. We're going to send money to that humanitarian thing. And we're just going to do all that. I don't know why, when that started happening, but it's been happening for a very, very long time. So that's it. Our money needs to go on a blockchain, because if you're not familiar with it, you can see every single thing where it goes. You can track it, and everybody gets a link. Now you can't wash money anymore, can you? And that's what they're afraid of. And that's why the banking committee was so hell-bent on stopping cryptocurrency development, because they knew eventually that technology will be filtered into the federal government, and there is no more going to the laundromat. No more. Anyway, so that's my conversation of the day. Like us, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. I appreciate all the love you guys have been giving me over the last couple of days. That last one I hit was with Elon Musk and the 6 Doge guys was really a huge success, and I appreciate it. So join me next time for a little chit-chat, some observation, and some good old-fashioned conversation. Thanks.